Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Sunday evening forecast. This is kind of the breakdown before the 10 o'clock show. And so we can talk a little bit more about what's going to be happening here in Central Florida over the next couple of days. And I hope you guys are ready because honestly, this is the biggest temperature roller coaster I think we've seen in quite a while. So with that, this is just crazy of what we have been seeing for like temperature fluctuations over the past couple of days. And we're going to continue to see much more of those temperature dips as we head through the next couple of days. So starting off, we'll take a look at what we saw this weekend overall and then what we're going to see taking a look at the start of the work week to kind of get you set up and ready to go. If you are planning on getting into bed a little bit earlier, it's 8:46 right now. So let's just kind of break everything down to get you ready for the start of the work week because there are a lot of advisories. There are a lot of warnings as well as different aspects of the forecast that kind of mean different things. So let's just do a whole big breakdown so I'm not necessarily too confined to the 3 minutes and 30 seconds that I have during weather. Okay, so starting off with what it felt like yesterday to what we're going to be feeling, taking a look at the start of the work week. So this weekend we had kind of the two extremes, the one end of the thermometer, and then we're going to be on the other end of the thermometer, taking a look at the next couple of days. So kind of breaking down what we're going to be seeing is the total dip. So this is our change of what we're going to be feeling. So the high yesterday was 89 degrees. It set a new daily record. Today was very pleasant. It had that nice breeze going in, and then that breeze is going to be taking not only the drier but the cooler air, and that's what's going to allow our temperatures to drop drastically as we head into Tuesday morning. We're talking about a 60-degree difference. That is nuts of what we're going to be feeling as we take a look ahead towards the start of the work week, and it all starts tonight. So to kind of break everything down, first and foremost, we have two Storm Team Alert days. First one is on Monday, second one is on Tuesday, mainly for the cold temperatures that we're going to be feeling tonight and tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. So heads up, just straight off the bat, as you are kind of preparing, maybe picking out your outfit, kind of laying things out ahead of tomorrow morning as you're starting to wind down, maybe dig out that winter coat because, boy, you will need it as we take a look at the next couple of days. And I know just yesterday we were in shorts and t-shirts because, yeah, it was almost 90 degrees. And we are not going to be feeling that taking a look ahead towards the next couple of mornings. So especially through the overnight tonight into your Monday morning, going on that morning commute, it's going to be chilly and it's going to be even colder taking a look on Tuesday. So I hope you guys are prepared. Because just take a look at this, and this makes me cold, and I'm from New England, and I know I can't say anything because they're about to get, like, blizzard conditions up there, so this sounds extremely wimpy compared to what they're going to be going through, but 38 degrees is what the thermometer is going to be reading tomorrow morning, but if you stepped outside just within the past couple of minutes, those winds significantly picked up, and that's what we're going to be feeling as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight through tomorrow morning. So those temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s are going to be feeling even colder. And then taking a look at Tuesday, same thing. We're keeping those gusty winds around. And then taking a look Tuesday, temperatures are going to be in the low 30s, but because of those wind chills, it's going to be feeling in the 20s. So I really, really hope that everyone stays warm. I covered my plants this afternoon, so they are all nice and tucked in bed under not only the beach towel, but also a plastic bag as well. Kind of the same thing that we did a couple weeks ago at the beginning of February. Do your cold preps tonight if you can. And if you have just a couple minutes, get those set and ready to go. All right, so we'll take a look at specific temperatures right now because I see a couple people asking that in the comments. But kind of a region-wide blanket statement for now, no pun intended. But taking a look tomorrow morning. So that's our first Storm Team Alert day. Timing for this, we're looking at the coldest temperatures from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. near freezing or at freezing, just temperature wise, and then adding in those wind chills, it's going to be feeling like the low 30s and freezing. So cold advisories are in effect. Here's what we're looking at for those, and this is just for tonight into tomorrow morning. Let's start off with that, getting you ready as you're heading out the door tomorrow. Cold advisories issued region wide. This ultimately means that we are going to be seeing those wind chills feeling at or just below freezing. 28 degrees to 32 degrees, that's kind of where cold weather advisories get put in. Tuesday, most likely we will be seeing freeze warnings in effect. Michael Entrikin on Facebook, let's just show you Daytona Beach right now. So starting off with that morning commute tomorrow, it's going to look beautiful. Beautiful sunny skies. Temperature is going to be reading in the upper 30s, low 40s across the region. 7 a.m., it's going to be deceiving sunshine for sure. Make sure you bundle up, because even though it's going to look warm, it definitely won't be. So just your heads up for there. And when I show you the next couple of numbers, just keep in mind that these are, I'm going to show you what the thermometer is going to read first, and then I'll show you what it's going to be feeling like temperatures. So Michael, I'm about to show you two numbers right here. And so that's kind of what we've been looking at over the past couple of days. And something else that's going to be tricky, especially as we take a look ahead to Tuesday, is going to be the chance that we might even need to take our temperatures down a little bit. And I'll explain why when we get there, but focusing in on tonight. So here's what our forecast lows are going to be tonight. So Michael from Daytona Beach, 37 degrees tonight, 39 degrees in Orlando, 35 in Gainesville, 35 in Ocala. That's what we're seeing through the overnight tonight. And Lisa Harrison on our YouTube page saying that this Florida native has never seen such crazy weather in my life. My property and flowers are just starting to spring, and now bam. I looked out my kitchen window today, and I just bought a home, and they had great landscaping. And going out my front door, I have this line of azalea bushes, and I looked out the window, and I had like 5 or 6 blooms. I was so excited. And yeah, now we're going to be seeing this. So unfortunately, I probably will not have any blooms after this. But I'm staying hopeful. Hopefully my hibiscus plants in the backyard really hold through on this one. I'm really hoping, because I know that they got hit pretty hard with this last cold. Okay, so back on track. This is what we're going to be seeing as you're walking out the door tomorrow. This is what the thermometer is going to read. Now, again, if you stepped outside just within the past couple of minutes, it's windy out there. And I want to preface this saying that this is going to be picking up as we head through the overnight tonight. So these are our current wind gusts across the region. 28 mile per hour gusts here in Orlando, 25, 30 along the beaches. Even could be getting up to 36 mile per hour wind gusts, taking a look down towards Cocoa. So blanket statement, wind is going to make these temperatures feel even colder, taking a look ahead to tomorrow morning. So these wind gusts probably going to be staying about the same as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight and into tomorrow. And here's what the feels like temperatures are going to be. So when you have already cold temperatures, when you add that wind, it kind of, you build this shell of body heat around you. And when the wind pushes that away, it makes those temperatures feel even colder. So these are the temperatures of what it's going to be feeling like. But really quick, these are our overnight wind gusts. So we could be seeing 25 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight, which means our temperatures are going to be chilly tomorrow morning. And this is what it's going to be feeling like. So its temperatures really going to be in the upper 30s here in Orlando, low 30s in Gainesville. Adding in those 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts at most, that's how cold it's going to feel as you're heading out the door tomorrow morning. So can't stress enough. It is going to be cold tomorrow morning, and unfortunately, these temperatures are only going to get even colder as we take a look ahead to Tuesday. And great, Mike, I'm so glad I pronounced your name correct. Usually I am a little tricky with names, but yay, great. Okay, so still focusing in on Monday. And then we'll kind of head to Tuesday in a second. That's kind of just, I guess, the little bit of a brace yourself, because our Tuesday numbers are going to get even colder. But taking a look at Monday, we had that cold front move through today. Let us know in the comments if you did see any rain today. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm switching between the two, so let us know if you saw any rain from that frontal boundary today. After that front moved through, it cleared out really quick. And by noon, 1:30, I live near the Sanford area, and it was clear. And those winds, it was a nice breeze, but yeah, especially through the overnight tonight, it really started to pick up, especially. And so taking a look at the forecast through the rest of the overnight tonight, we don't have any cloud cover. And reason kind of why I'm stressing about that quite a bit is because cloud cover acts as a blanket. So when you have a little bit of cloud cover, that actually helps keep the heat that was trapped in during the day, and it kind of keeps our temperatures a little bit more on the mild side. Just like we saw this morning, you walked out the door, it was mild. Tomorrow is not the case. That blanket got totally ripped off, and any heat that we had during the day, because it was a beautiful day, is going to be completely lost to the atmosphere. We have cold air pushing in, and that's what's just going to allow those cold, cooler temperatures to just settle in, and they're going to start to settle in through the overnight tonight, really settle in Tuesday morning. So beautiful sunshine tomorrow. Sunshine hopefully will make those cooler temperatures feel a little bit warmer. But if you do have any plans tomorrow, morning commute, looks fantastic. The reason why this is kind of a good forecast, bad forecast kind of thing is, of course, the cooler weather. This is going to once again put another big hit on farmers. This is going to put a big hit on the citrus crops, as well as any plants, especially tropical plants. Make sure you're doing your cold preps now, because it's going to be cold tonight, even colder Tuesday. So that's what we're going to be feeling once again. But I do have this icon here. Not only is it going to be cooler, this air is going to be so dry. And I'm talking, as soon as you step outside, you need the chapstick. You need, quite literally, probably have an entire thing of chapstick on hand, because you will need it for sure. This air is going to be extremely dry, and that is really going to play a big role in fire weather as we take a look at the next couple of days. So cooler air does not necessarily mean less dry. The coldest air is even more dry, because all of the moisture is just completely sucked out of it. And that's exactly what we're going to see in this case. So through the day tomorrow, cloudless sky. It will be still on the breezy side, looking at 25, 30, 35 mile per hour gusts across the region. But especially with those gusty winds and that dry air working in tandem, and on top of that, our drought conditions that we're feeling out there right now, it is a recipe for disaster when it comes to fire weather. Right now across Florida, there are 600 wildfires currently active, and we just had one yesterday that is now contained, burned over 400 acres in very southern Osceola County, and it was because of these conditions why that fire spread so quickly. Not only was it windy yesterday, but it's going to continue to get more windy. We are in extreme drought conditions, and much drier air is going to be moving into the region. So with all of these factors combined, if a fire is currently active or is going to spark within the next 24 hours, this can allow a fire to get out of control very quickly. So just make sure you're doing your part. Help prevent wildfires, avoid burning, keep vehicles off dry grass, properly discard of cigarettes, and if you do see any fires, report them to the local officials. Kind of back to my question earlier, let us know if you saw any rain. Not seeing anybody writing in on Facebook, but also seeing just a couple of people saying hello on YouTube. Hi, Fabian, as well as Jim Smith. Berlinda saying hello. And Amazing Dreams also writing in to say hello on YouTube, but nobody's saying that they saw rain. I took Honey out for a walk, and I could not have picked worse timing. Honey is my dog, by the way, and I got caught in the one shower that made its way over Sanford earlier on today. But most people maybe just saw a quick shower, saw a little bit of a trace of something in Orlando. There was a little bit of a stronger thunderstorm that made its way across Kissimmee and over to Melbourne. That got just over 3/4 of an inch, just shy of an inch of rain. And unfortunately, this is nowhere near as much rain that we need in order to kind of help prevent these drought conditions that we have here right now. Worst drought that we've seen since 2001. So that's something that we're going to be keeping a very close eye on. Okay, so that's basically what we're seeing on Monday. High temperatures are going to barely crack into the upper 50s. So here are your highs tomorrow, starting off in the upper 30s, warming up into the mid 50s, and hopefully that sunshine makes it just a smidge warmer. But overall, it's going to be chilly, so just be prepared for a cool start to the work week, and then it gets cold. So we talked about our first Fox 35 Storm Team Alert Day. Here's that. So we talked about Monday. Monday's going to be cold, especially to start. Now let's talk about Tuesday, because Tuesday is really when the coldest air is going to be settling in. 34 degrees on Tuesday. That's what the thermometer is going to read. But here's what we're looking at again. So, blanket statement, Fox 35 Storm Team Alert. Freeze potential, especially in areas northwest of Orlando. Right now, we are seeing freeze warnings in effect across the region, which basically means freezing temperatures are expected within the next 48 hours, aka Tuesday morning. So this is a watch the forecast and kind of keep an eye on the temperatures that are going to be in your neck of the woods, because if it falls below 32 degrees and those wind chills are in the 20s, that you'll most likely be under a freeze watch, especially till later on tonight or tomorrow morning. Usually they get called the night before, so Brooks and Jess will probably have those coming up tomorrow morning. So for region-wide freeze watch, it's going to be cold Tuesday morning, so let's actually just put some numbers to this. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid. So here are your AM lows. Orlando, it's going to feel freezing out there. And up in Gainesville, probably going to dip into the 20s. This is what the thermometer is going to read. And then, of course, we have to talk about the wind gusts as well. So kind of same gist as what we talked about with tomorrow. This is Monday into Tuesday. And I just realized I spelled Monday wrong. Oops. We are going to see those still wind gusts over 20 miles per hour. So with that, this is what our temperatures are going to feel like. And I'm just cold even looking at these. So this is about as chilly as our temperatures were at the beginning of February when we had that cold snap. And it is just going to be feeling cold Tuesday morning. So not only will you need the winter jacket Monday morning, as in tomorrow morning, but you will need it on Tuesday for sure, probably even with a pair of gloves as well, because that's how cold we're talking as we take a look at Tuesday. So especially Tuesday, if you weren't able to get to it tonight, don't worry, but it still will be chilly. But Tuesday especially, kind of go over the 5 Ps. Pipes, pools, pets, plants, people. Bring the people, bring the pets, bring your plants in, or if you can't bring your plants in and you're like me that has plants actually physically planted in the ground, cover them up with a beach towel, a trash bag, something to kind of help protect them from the cold. Pools, pipes, keep them running. Pools especially, do not turn off the pump, keep that water moving. Moving water doesn't freeze as easy. And pipes, if you're concerned, just leave your pipes at a very slow drip. And yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing, especially as we take a look ahead to Tuesday morning. We'll wrap this up in a second. I'll take another look at the comments, but here's your 7-day forecast. Listen, I know after the next couple days, I'm going to be sick of the cold. I know you're probably going to be sick of the cold too. I thought today was pretty much perfect. 70s, sunny, that's kind of my kind of weather. So if you like that as well, you just need to wait until Wednesday, because we're going to see those temperatures slowly start to warm back up. And then we're back in the 80s, which is a little bit warm for this time of year. Normally our temperatures run throughout the mid 70s and we don't even see the 80s until probably mid-May. So we're going to be warm, and even better news is that we are slowly starting to see more of those rain chances kind of kick back into the forecast. So we're going to be seeing kind of a low pressure system and a frontal boundary lace across central Florida, and that's what's going to give us in some higher rain chances, taking a look at Friday and Saturday. But still things are looking very, very scattered. So not a guaranteed widespread rain, but that's something that is much better than a week with no rain, considering the drought conditions that we have out there right now. So that is the gist of the forecast. That's kind of like the little bit more in-depth forecast that I usually can't go into in our 3 minutes and 30 seconds. But that's kind of what we're looking at. So storm team alert for tonight because of the cold advisories. Storm team alert for Tuesday morning, Monday night into Tuesday morning because of the freeze watches that are already in effect. And then Wednesday, it slowly starts to get warmer. So you just got to wait until Wednesday. We can do this. But I'll take one last look at our Facebook comments, our YouTube comments. Looks like I got everybody. But yeah. We'll wrap it up here tonight. Of course, we'll be on in an hour. So if you would like to kind of get a little bit more in detail of the timing of the cold, we'll talk about that coming up at 10. But yeah, and we'll wrap this up here. But in case anybody doesn't know, we have a daily weather stream that happens from 3:30 to 4 p.m. Definitely tune into that. We kind of get into the real down and dirty when it comes to the forecast, really go in detail. We have a whole half-hour show of that. So definitely join us for that. And of course, we are always live on Fox Local. So if you are ever in the need of news or weather, we are always live on there as well. So definitely, and Erin just wrote in on Facebook saying, I know it is. Yes, I see you cop in quite a bit. But, and Stacy, I know I'm ready to put up the jacket too. I'm here in like my fleece right now because that wind, was just so cool when I came back in from dinner break. But I think that is everything. Jessica and Brooks will have you coming up in the morning. Noah and TJ will have you coming up later on tomorrow night. And that is about it. Again, tune in a little bit later on tonight. We are on in an hour. Animation Domination currently is happening on Fox, and we'll be on right on at 10, so you don't need to wait any later. So definitely tune in. It's myself and Manny tonight. And of course, tune in every single day, Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 4 p.m. for Fox 35 Weather Plus. We always have a question of the day and love when all of you write in. It just makes us easier, and it also makes the stream a little bit more fun as well. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Have a wonderful last little bit of your weekend. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We truly appreciate it. And the last thing that I will pop up is that if you do see any frost, would like to send us any pictures that you see of the cold, definitely let us know. I'm going to pop an email up here in a second, so feel free to take a snapshot if you can. We love seeing your pictures, especially when it comes to weather photos. It makes our job easier because you guys are there on the ground in order to kind of help see everything. And that just helps verify our forecast. So if you are able to or see any photos of cold, ice, anywhere across Central Florida over the next couple of days, send us those photos. So send those storm reports to Fox35 Storm Team at fox.com or Fox35 at fox.com. We love getting your photos. Definitely send them in to us if you have them. And I think that's about it. We talked cold. We plugged stream. We got email in. I think that's about it. So kind of to wrap this up, stay warm, Central Florida, because yes, you will definitely need the jacket as we head through the next couple of mornings. All right, folks, tune in tonight at 10. We'll see you on air in about an hour. Have a good one.